73 years old. No plastic surgery, facelifts, or other interventions that are usually associated with maintaining youth. But when people see Irene Lumbye for the first time, they rarely believe her real age. A toned figure, energy, confident posture, and an active lifestyle make you wonder, why do some people start to age rapidly after 50, while others even at 70 look as if time has almost no control over them? The most amazing thing is that Irene's secret is not related to expensive procedures or complex techniques. Her habits are accessible to almost everyone, and some of them may be much more important for youth and longevity than all the popular advice from the internet. Therefore, be sure to watch the video to the end, because among its principles, there are several really unexpected things that can change not only the appearance, but also the quality of life at any age. One of Irene's main habits, which helps her keep in great shape, is regular movement. For her, physical activity is not a temporary hobby or an attempt to quickly clean up before an event. It's a natural part of life, without which she can no longer imagine her day. This is where one of the most underrated secrets of youth lies. Most people perceive age as a reason to move less. Irene does the opposite. It continues to strain the body and thus constantly gives the body a signal that it still needs strength, endurance, and energy. Strength training has a special place in her life. Many people after 50 begin to avoid exercise, believing that the gym is designed exclusively for the young. But in fact, age-related decrease in muscle mass is one of the main reasons for the deterioration of physical fitness. When muscles become weaker, metabolism slows down, posture deteriorates, less energy appears, and the risk of various health problems increases. Irene regularly works out at the gym and keeps her muscles in working order. Thanks to this, she retains a toned figure and high activity. If you want to use this principle in your life, you don't have to buy an expensive subscription right away. You can start with simple exercises: squats, toe lifts, push-ups, and back exercises. Regularity is much more important than program complexity. It's also interesting that Irene doesn't limit herself to gym workouts. She actively studies at home, and sometimes she uses regular water bottles instead of dumbbells. This is a good example of the fact that you don't always need ideal conditions to keep fit. People who have been healthy for decades usually don't look for excuses. They are using the opportunities that are available right now. Irene pays special attention to the muscles of the core. Many underestimate their importance, although they are responsible for the stability, balance, and health of the spine. With age, weak body muscles cause back pain and impaired coordination. Regular core exercises help maintain ease of movement and reduce the risk of falls. Even a few minutes of planks, various body holds, or simple abs exercises can bring noticeable benefits. There is one more important point. When people think about youth, they usually think of creams, beauty treatments, or various care products. But real youth begins from within. Strong muscles, mobile joints, and good blood circulation often make a person look much younger than any external changes. The next principle of Irene is related to nutrition. She does not adhere to strict diets and does not turn food into a constant source of restrictions. Today, many people have been jumping from one food system to another for years, trying to find the perfect option. But this approach often ends in frustration and frustration. Irene follows a more relaxed strategy. She monitors the quality of food and includes a large amount of fruit in her diet. Fruits contain fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that help protect body cells from damage. It is especially useful to regularly consume berries, apples, citrus fruits, and other seasonal products. But the main lesson is not about specific products. The absence of extremes is much more important. The body likes stability. It is much more useful to adhere to a balanced diet for many years than to constantly impose strict restrictions on yourself. A good rule of thumb is to try to include protein, vegetables, and a source of complex carbohydrates in every meal. This approach helps to maintain energy and control hunger. Another important part of Irene's life is traveling. Many people perceive them as entertainment, but new experiences are also good for health. When a person finds herself in an unfamiliar environment, the brain begins to work more actively. New routes, new people, and new experiences help keep you interested in life and mentally active. Moreover, it is not necessary to travel far for this. Sometimes it's enough to visit a new place in your city. It is also interesting that Irene always pays attention to her appearance. She loves stylish clothes and continues to take care of herself. At first glance, this may seem like a small thing, but in fact, such habits help to maintain confidence and a positive attitude. Many people start aging psychologically much earlier than physically. They stop being interested in new things, stop enjoying life, and gradually lose their inner energy. Irene shows a completely different approach. Two dogs occupy a special place in her life. Pets give people not only positive emotions, but also additional activity. Dog owners walk more often, move more, and spend less time at home all day. In addition, communication with animals helps to reduce stress and improve mood, which also plays an important role for health and longevity. But perhaps the most interesting secret of Irene is related to her attitude to life. She understands that time is the most valuable resource. Therefore, she tries not to postpone important things for later. Many people have been waiting for years for the perfect moment for happiness. They convince themselves that they will start living a full life after a promotion at work, after retirement, or after achieving some goal. But such a moment often never comes. Irene takes a completely different approach. She tries to appreciate the present and do what really brings joy. People who keep an interest in life often keep their youth much longer. The story of Irene Lumbye shows that youth is not an accident and not solely a matter of genetics. This is the result of a lifestyle, strength training, constant movement, muscle care, reasonable nutrition, new experiences, self-love, communication with animals, and the ability to enjoy every stage of life. All these habits work together and create the result that we see today. Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend watching this video, which has now appeared on your screen.